there! Welcome to today's lesson. Our lesson for today is data presentation. And this lesson is the first part of a two-part lesson to learn about data presentation. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to 1. Represent data in an ordered form. 2. Construct frequency tables from any given data. And 3. Interpret and use tables for data presentation. Kids, can you recall our GSS1 lesson on data collection, where you were taught how to collect and record data? Good! Now, in this lesson, we shall still be talking about data, but this time you will be learning how to represent data in a way that makes interpretation easy. In that sense, we can say that data presentation is the simplified visual representation of data through tables, diagrams, graphs, and text. One of the simplest way of representing data is through frequency tables. Recall, frequency tables are tables used to record and organize data in a simplified form. For example, from this data of 18 GCSE students' score grades in a mathematics test, you are required to use the data representation techniques to 1. Place the data in a rank order, and 2. Show the data in a frequency table. To answer the first question, all we need to do is arrange the scores in ascending or descending order, with the grades following each other in order of rank. This would have us arranging all A's first, then B's, then C's, then D's, then E's, and finally F's, which would leave us with an orderly data set that can be said to be an orderly textual data presentation. Now, to answer the second question, we construct a table with two columns where one is titled grades and the other is titled frequency. Then we write all the individual grades available on different rows under the grades column. Next, we look at our ordered textual data and count the numbers of each individual grade. Then write the number we get in the row next to that particular grade, which, if you count, would lead us to writing 2 in the A row because we have 2 A's, 4 in the B row because we have 4 B's, 5 in the C row because we have 5 C's, 4 in the D row because we have 4 D's, 2 in the E row because we have 2 E's, and lastly, 1 in the F row because we have 1 F. And with that, our frequency table is complete. Easy, isn't it? Now, can you interpret information from the presented data? Let's try to interpret some data. 1. We can conclude from the frequency table that the highest occurring grade is C because it has frequency of 4, which is higher than any other grade's frequency. 2. We can conclude from the frequency table that the lowest occurring grade is F because it has a frequency of 1, which is lower than any other grade frequency. And 3. We can deduce the total number of students that wrote the test by adding up all the frequency, giving us the number 18. Don't you think it's fascinating how data presentation using frequency table can help us organize data so that interpreting and making conclusions from them becomes easy? Well, data interpretation from a frequency table is easy. And the cool part about it is you don't have to be the one who constructed the frequency table to be able to interpret it. For instance, from this already constructed university student's age frequency table, we can deduce that 1. The majority of students in the university are 19 years old because 19 has the highest frequency amongst all the ages on the frequency table. And 2, there are only 2 university students above 30 years old because the students' ages above 30 are just 2, which are 35 and 36, with both having the frequency of 1 each. And finally, the total number of students in the university equals 40 because adding all the frequency of each age group together, we get 40. Kids, with that, we've come to the end of the first part of a 2-part lesson on data presentation, where we learned how to represent data in an orderly form, construct frequency tables, and interpret data presented on a frequency table. Now see you in our second lesson on data presentation. Bye!